Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Colony Survival. And I've been doing some thinking between episodes here. And if you've commented on the previous episodes, I haven't seen those comments yet because I'm recording several episodes at a time and they haven't posted yet. So some of you may already have some suspicions as to why I have this food shortage going on here. So if we look at the top right, and I've got the game paused, I should say. At the top right, we've got our meals are down to 190. Now, I think what might be happening, and I'm not sure why this didn't occur to me sooner, and some of you may have already commented on this by the time this video posts, but I will not have seen that when I'm recording this. I think we may have triggered a siege mode, and that would explain why our food has gone down so fast. So I believe when you're in siege mode, the colonists consume the food at like 10 times the normal speed. I could be wrong, but I think it is like 10 times. So normally siege mode only triggers when you've blocked the path to the banner. And I've been pretty careful not to do that. In fact, I think we can see, we'll look in a second here, I'll unpause it. But I think we'll see that the zombies are making their way to the front gate. So they should not be blocked anywhere. But I was looking on the wiki between episodes here, and it said that if the path is too long, if your maze is too long, that can also trigger the siege mode. So that's what we want to check. We want to see if the maze is too long. And then we also want to see if in the little chat window that normally appears here in the bottom left corner, I think if I hit tab or something, maybe I can get that to come up, or space or something. I'll have to figure out what the key is. But there may be a message there that says, hey, you've entered siege mode, or you're in siege mode. So I'm going to try and bring up that dialogue, again, down in the bottom left, and see if we can get an indication that we're under siege mode. So hopefully we won't starve out, because once we do, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play, and I really want to keep this thing going. So let's I guess, we'll head over to the front of the castle and watch the zombies coming in. That should tell us that our maze isn't blocking a path. Then we'll take a look to see if we're in siege mode quickly. If we can do it quick, we'll see if we can bring up that dialogue in the lower left. And then we'll go open up a section of the maze so they're not having to travel so far. And then I've got some ideas for how we can rework the maze going forward so that it's not super duper long paths to get to the banner. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the gameplay here. And let's run down to the front of the castle if we can. If I can find it. It's going to be where the guards are. I thought I just saw guards right there. Okay, so here's the front of the castle. Now, let's see. We'll keep an eye out for zombies coming through. Let me hit tab. Or let's see. I'm going to go into the settings and see if I can find out how we bring up the chat. T is the chat. Okay, back T. I don't see anything in here saying we're in siege mode. Now that may have cleared out when we loaded the new game, or when we loaded our save. So now let's head down and see if we can open a path to open up the maze, just to make sure that they've got a path in. I'm gonna hop up here. I think I don't see any zombies. That we could have blocked something somewhere. I'm going to come over this way. And I'm going to open up. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'm going to open up this corner. Boom. Boom. And then I'm going to open up over here. I don't see any zombies. So I wonder if there's some kind of bug or something. Now this is really, really rare to have the change of shifts and have no zombies whatsoever. So now I'm kind of wondering if there's some kind of bug. But, so we've opened up a path here. Let me hit the chat window again. I don't see any warning messages there. Escape. So now zombies should be able to enter this maze pretty easily from here. I mean, that should be open up to the whole world. that little entrance there. And then if they can get to here, they can get into the maze. We can see that's got a path. It's zigzaggy, but it gets them all the way through. Just follow it along. They come through here, and they still have to zigzag all the way down. Right? We can see this is open, I believe. Open. Yep. Right? You can see they make their way through here, back down. And then they come up. Hard to see around these trees here. But there's a gap there they can go through, and there's a gap between the wall. I think we can hop over. Yep, come through here, and then they go along the wall. And then once they've gone along the wall... Now I'm currently making them go all the way back around to the other side. Let's make sure that's open. I guess maybe in the near term, let's yank this out. Then we know they can get through. See, our food's still going down. I'm just looking at the path here. They would come up along the wall, come through here. Come down here. This channel here is where they'd be walking, right? And then that's all zigzaggy. So that's open. They can get through there. Easily get through there. And then come around over and in. So let's leave it the way it is. I have no idea where the zombies are. Maybe we just loaded a game right at the end of the shift or something, and all the zombies got cleared out. But we'll see. If our food starts rebounding, we'll know we fixed whatever needed to be fixed. Now I may open up... Let's open up some of this as well. So this will let them in. Maybe just want to recover from our food situation here. I'm going to open this part up. And then I'm going to try to quickly fill that gap in. I guess it doesn't have to be quick. Let's see, do I have... That's dirt. I want the grass. Oop. Okay. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll see our food climb up. What we're going to have to do, what I'm thinking of doing, is we will open things up. Not so it's one big giant maze that circles the castle that they have to go through. There will still be a maze. But I think what we'll do is have it open on the corners. So the zombies can come in on any corner. And then they can choose. They can either go this way to try and get into that entrance, or they can go this way to try and get into that entrance, and we'll open a path up to the banner on all four sides. That way we'll kind of distribute the load. So each wall, each entrance should probably only get 1/4 of the zombies that spawn in on the world during the horde night, or at night when they all start coming. I got to clear out these floating trees here at some point too. But yeah, each side will, in theory, get 1/4 of the zombies, and we'll have the guards all placed. And hopefully that will fight them off. Food, now I'm noticing food is slowly climbing. Boy, if we can get that, that should really, really climb if we were in siege mode and everybody was hoarding the food. If this gets us out of siege mode, we should see that food climb pretty quick, because man, did we place the farms. But we'll just have to wait and see for the zombies to come. What we're going to have to do is rework these mazes. I'm just trying to think of how to do it. I guess I guess we would do something like, if they came from this side, they snake, snake, zigzag, 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 come in, zigzag, 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 come up, and then have access, and then do the same thing over here. They come in that side, zigzag, zigzag down the side, and then come up and have access. Something like that is what I'm thinking will need to happen. Again, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the food. I'm watching for zombies. The food is definitely climbing. So I think we got ourselves out of the siege mode, which is huge. That is actually going to keep the game moving forward, because I thought, man, we were on the verge of ending the series. So I'm glad to see that it looks like we're not. I guess we could get started on the hedge maze. We need to fix this one, like I said. How do we want to do that? I'm super I'm super nervous. I don't want to cut things off again. So they zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. I'd like this to come out further too. Like, I'd like to move these guys out almost all the way out to the end of the safe zone, right? So the end of the safe zone is somewhere. Okay, here comes some zombies. Food is okay, right? It's doubled. I mean, 367 isn't great, but at least it's climbing. I think we're going to be all right. Ooh, these guys are taking a huge shortcut. Let me fill this in and see if we go into siege mode. Let's keep an eye on our food. I still want them to go through this path, and there's a way for them to get through this way. So let's hope they do that. 367. I don't see any little warnings here or anything in the bottom left of the screen. Now these guys can go straight, and this is where we're weak. I may need to place some guards here, to be honest. Why don't we do that quickly? Oh, we've got some down. That's not too bad. That's a daytime. We've got 2 night times, a daytime. Let's put some guards down here quickly. I think we're okay with food. And we want slingers. Nighttime. Whoops. Guard. Slinger. Nighttime. There's good. There's good. Guard. Daytime slinger. There. There. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I recruit fill all jobs. In terms of colony points, you can see we can only recruit 4 more colonists. Let's go into colony points and see if we can up our limit. Colonist capacity, 225. Let's upgrade it. We've got the points. And hopefully our guards can hold this off, because we've got quite a lot. I'm tempted to help out. I can. I guess right there is not a bad spot. Let me grab my sling and just start doing something. It's not going to make much difference. We're going to need to get more arrows. Oh, that's interesting. I'm right on top of a guy who's loading his slingshot. Just help out a little bit here. Or a lot. I need the arrows. I'm kind of crazy. I haven't got a bow. Maybe I'll do that next. Oh boy, they're getting in. They're getting in. Let's see if we can get in here. See what happens. We can place guards here as well. Let's do that quickly. Guard. Slinger. Nighttime. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Hi, colony. Recruit to fill all jobs. Colony. Here they come. Yeah, this is not good. Food's okay, but we're going to have to keep recruiting because I think they're killing us off. Let's see. It says 17 more colonists. I'll recruit. Okay, no. Looks like everybody's still alive. But yeah, we need to rework the strategy. It's kind of a bummer. Because we had, I thought, a pretty good defense in place. Or strategy. But the pathing just doesn't support this. So, alright, they kind of survived. I think we're going to make it through. May put down a couple more daytime guards just temporarily here, I guess. Just so we have some protection in here. This may not be permanent. Let's go ahead and recruit again for that. Colony, recruit for all jobs. Boom. Okay. Should be good there. Now, what do we need to do? Assuming our food is going to hold out. I hope it does. But assuming it does, we need to place some guards. We need to complete the maze over on this side. And then add guards. In fact, the way this works, I think I can take all of this down. And then build this wall out too, and we'll put some more guards here too. It's a little crazy to do this right now, but and we don't want to bust it out any further than that right now. We still want these guys to have to go through some level of maze. This side we can wall in. I think we're safe to wall in this side, actually. And then we need to maze out this section more. In fact, this is fine. We can make this a little more difficult for him. Once these guys clear out of the way. And then we'll put guards along that wall. And that should help quite a bit. Hopefully without triggering the siege mode. Gotta be careful about leaving a single block there, because once they get up on top of this thing, I think that's bad news. So this will look similar to what we had going. But, yeah, we just got to keep an eye on that food. And then we can look at doing more efficient farms as well. But we've got to stem the tide here for Or strengthen up our defenses, I should say. First, because they're going to make it through now that we've shortened the path. Whoops, I could have left those probably. Okay, so we'll have to rework some of this. They cannot, if they're on the outside, they can't do anything. Right? They can't get in. But once they're here, this is where we want to guide them, I guess, into that. Is that right? No, this is a little messed up. Let's see. We want them kind of going in there. Whoops. I got to be really careful not to leave these little blocks, and they're hard to see too. So they're snaking around. They'll come down and come in through here, which is fine. I could force them in there by doing something like this, right? All the way down. I'm not blocking anybody off. They're going to come through that maze, come down here. There's really no reason for them to go back that way, so they won't. But then this has to be closed off. They'll come down through here, down this way. Food's at 403. And they'll zigzag through here. Boom, 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 boom. All in range of the guards, hopefully. Somewhat in range. Wonder if this could be made different. Seems like this could be the same thing, right? That same pattern. Is there a reason why I did it different here? I don't know. Oop, I may have cut him off there. Let's see. Come down, around. Okay, let's... How do I want... I guess I want them out this way. Sorry. I see. Maybe that's what I did. But we can make them wiggle here if we want. Even just a little bit. Like that. Right? So they can come through. Boom, and down the chute. However, I want to move this out. Even more. Ooh, did I mess this up? I did. That shouldn't be closed off. These guys are going to zigzag. And I think they come back along the wall, right? Yeah, they come up along the wall. So that's got to stay open. But I want these walls to get bigger. So let's try it. How's the food? Food's at 406. It's not great, you know, it's not great. They cannot get in this area. None of them can get in this area until they come through there. This can come out quite a bit. Right? They're going to come all the way up and then find their way in. And in order to do that, this has to be open to them. And these guys need a path the same way. They need to be able to come up the side. Right? To get in. And we're going to put, obviously, we're going to put guards all along here. Foods at 406. It's not exactly climbing like crazy, is it? We have a lot of colonists. Arrows looks good. Or arrows look good, I should say. Let me recruit to fill all jobs. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I was hoping for the food to rebound a little faster than this. Now, oh, the other thing I was going to see is if, do the arrows, do those take food? Is there anything that takes food? Any ammunition that requires food in order to craft it? I was kind of wondering about that. It looks like I did pairs of 2 here. Let's add some more guards. Daytime slingers, that's fine. I guess we want these guys facing forward. Is that what we have? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Nighttime slingers. 2, 1, 2, 2. All right, let's see if we can recruit. This may hurt our food situation. Okay, we got to upgrade again with our colony points. 250,000 points to upgrade our capacity. We're going to do it. Boom. And then let's recruit again to fill all jobs. Boom. We got plenty of beds. So we should get some more military up here on the wall. And we need... Oh. Uh-oh. I got a problem. Yeah, I kind of got a problem here. Don't I? Or are they coming up through? No, we're okay. They're doing what we expect them to. This side, they're gonna come down this way and try and work their way up the side. A little different. It's not mirror image to that side. They gotta work their way up the maze. There's guards on the side, and there's guards on these walls. Now, the hedge does get in the way a little bit, and that's kind of semi-intentional on my part. Because I'm going for the aesthetic. And I've got arrow guards up here that are able to pick these guys off. So that helps. They have a better shot. Food's down again to around 200, but we spent a bunch recruiting guards. Oh boy. Man. I don't know. I don't know. I think we ended the siege mode, but I think we just have too many zombies for us to keep up with this. I don't think our defenses are holding out. I mean, I guess they're not getting up front, but man, there sure are a lot of them. Did I use all my ammo that quick? Oh, I didn't place it in my inventory. I guess we're holding the line. Got a million of these red ones. Is that all we get? Or maybe the other ones are getting picked off before they can get here. This section here is a problem. I'm not sure why they're able to get through here. I think I need to wall this part off. Because these guys aren't having to walk through the maze. They're coming straight in. And so they're not as susceptible to getting hit by the guards once we get the guards. In fact, maybe I can do... Let's grab some hedge. And if there's a sufficient break in the action here in the traffic, maybe I can get that placed. I gotta wait here. And it's a little hard to tell where it belongs. I think right there. That might be safe. Let's just see. I can make it so those guys can get out. The ones that came down there. A little tricky. do this without getting trapped down there. But I was going to open this up just so these guys have a way out. And they do down there too. They have a way out. So they're going to discover that they cannot path this way. They're going to have to walk back. Food's at 179. Pretty low. Let's bring up the chat dialogue. No. Oh, what does it say? Okay, just saying can't use sling, no bullets in inventory. Hard for me to actually see that. Let's, yeah, this is not great with my red-green colorblind. It's red on top of green, on top of green here. But I can see, couldn't recruit a new colonist. We reached the capacity. That was before. We upped our colonist capacity, so we're okay there. And then can't use the sling. It's just me trying to fire my weapon here with no ammo. So that's fine too. No worries. All false alarms there. Or things that are taken care of. Wow, how did I just walk across that without jumping? That was interesting. All right, this time it seemed to have held. Now we can move this thing out even further if we want, when we want. And we can snake this a little better now. So let's take this off. Since we've extended this, it's going to kind of be... Food's at 255. I'm going to keep my eye on that. Hopefully we're saving this series because, like I said at the top, I really don't want to end it. I don't want to end it. But I started thinking, oh no. You know, it's just, we're just in trouble. We're not going to be able to keep this series going. So yeah, we're going to just kind of play things by ear until we feel like we're back kind of in control. And I'll feel back in control of things once our food is up to like 3,000 or something. Now again, we can move out like the safe zone. We've got a ways left on the safe zone. So I'd like to get these guards even further out, but I don't want to open things up. Now I guess I can close this off because they're not using this path anyway. And I can close this off over here for now. No one's using this. And we can get a look at the safe zone. It's right. Yeah, we're right there. There's one more block. So what do we have to do to extend this out and still have these guys do their zigzag? They have to enter the zigzag sooner, right? They have to come in. How do we want to do this? I don't... How do we do this? Excuse me. We want them to kind of come straight over here into the zigzag. And then go down. So let's... Right now they're forced to come down this way. That's all fine. Let's kind of map out what the zigzag will look like once they can get over to this area that I'm filling in now. Right? It's going to go... There's going to be a wall here. I think eventually they're going to come straight on in here is what's going to happen. This is going to come out. I don't think I need that. Let's just take a chance. Let's just take a chance and do it because it's hard for me to visualize it. I think they're going to come in this way. And then they need to start working their way down, which means wall here. I think this. Is this something like this? They're going to come down, come this way. Probably like that. Right? And then this is closed off to them. Come down this way, and then this has to be open to them. And then this has to be open to them. And then this has to be closed. I think that's right. So they zigzag around, then they come here, boom. Zigzag all the way down. Now it's a little imperfect here. And we can fix that also a little bit. It's not going to be symmetrical. I guess we could make it look really pretty later. But no one's going in that middle area, so that can be closed off. Again, they're going to come on through this maze, boom, through here, here. And then we kind of want to force a little mini zigzag right here because we've got the space to do it. Food's at 354. It's increasing. It's very, very slow. But that looks workable, right? So we've extended it. They can still go all the way down, and they come up along the wall to get in. And then the other side, we've got the same kind of thing, right? We want to force them down a little bit of extra headache for them. Here, if we do this, I think. I can't really do much in the corner. Whoop, we're about to fall over. Same thing here. Can't do much to aggravate them in the corner, get them to go through here. I guess I don't think there's much. Yeah. Not much I can do. This we can kind of make look a little prettier just by closing this off. And then let's hop over here, pull this down. Or maybe keep one of these, but get rid of this one. So meals are fine. I don't see any warnings about siege mode. We got to get guards on here. I mean, I could do that from this hedge, I imagine. Do we want to do every other one? And then do we have enough food to do this? Keep doing this. And these are all just stone throwers. Eventually we're going to put our archers up top. You know what we could do? If we took out this hedge, these guys would have a clearer shot at all these guys, and it would still look pretty cool. I think, right? This little line's not really doing anything for us. I don't think, unless I'm missing something obvious. I think if I were to take this out, I gotta be careful when there's zombies nearby, just because they'll climb up here. I think taking this out might give us a little bit clearer shot. It doesn't shorten the maze any, because we're not having them zigzag through here, although we could do that. That's another option, right? That might be a wise option, actually. Show you. We could do that. Oh, that's not helping. Really? Okay, there's just too much coming through here for me to be able to take this back. But I think this whole row is not really helping us. And again, once we have guards up on the walls, kind of over on this side, well, we should have less making it through, but we just don't have anything going on over here. Food's at 354. It's not great, boy. I was hoping it'd be like 800 by now. But yeah, I think if I take this up, these guys will have a little clearer shot, at least at their first little stretch down here. I'm probably going to go falling off the back of this thing. We may do something similar on the other side, just to give this first floor guards a little bit better of a shot at these guys. I think this is going to pay off. You know, I'm not sure if the first floor, if I should upgrade these guys to arrows. Just had a feeling that the close range on the first floor. I guess I got a couple doing arrows. Let's see if we can find our way to the other side. Could we do something like that here? Not really. Not really. I have to shrink this maze. Or make it more closely match this one. This isn't bad, right? These guys get a nice clean shot. And I wonder if bumping it out one over here, like this, I wonder if that would put them in better range for these guards, right? Because they'll stay walking in a straight line. These guys can still shoot them, and maybe they're a little bit easier to hit. I don't know. Didn't look like they were able to get to them. Let's leave it like that. Okay, we've got defenses. Colony points look pretty good. We're accruing those pretty fast. If we want to extend this gate out further, maybe, do we need to do that now? Probably not. Looks like we're okay. This serves, no, maybe. Yeah, this serves no purpose. Let's take this up. And then I don't know if we're going to run into the siege mode issue if we extend this maze and make it kind of wider or not. A little nervous. I don't know how much distance we get on the maze. But in theory, you know, let's see. If a quarter of all the zombies end up coming in from this wall, then half of that, an eighth, use this maze. And an eighth use that maze or whatever of the total zombies. So yeah, I wish I knew what the best length was of the maze. How far can I actually go? But at least I think, I said it before and I was wrong, but I think we may have turned the corner here and found the source of our problem, potentially. Now it could just be the farms kicked in and we're doing better food-wise, just with all the new colonists we've hired. But I gotta think opening up the maze helped. I could be mistaken on that. How are we doing on everything? We don't have enough feathers. How are we doing on food for chickens? We don't have enough, so we need more barley. I don't see any indication of siege mode here, right? Would it show it anywhere in here? 20 points. Science, we got to get back to the work, right? To moving up the tech tree and all that. I'm just looking to see if there's anything showing siege mode or what our problems could be. Again, food appears to be climbing, but man, we have a ton of people farming. But we did hire a ton of colonists too. A lot of hungry mouths around. So, all right. So that's it for this episode. We'll see. Let me know in the comments if you think that was the issue. You think it was siege mode that was causing our food supplies to dwindle, or if it was just a matter of not having enough farms and all the farms we placed in the last 2 or 3 episodes, if that's the thing that helped us turn the corner. But the meals definitely seem to be climbing. Look at all this temporary bedding and everything we did. Oh man, we got some cleanup. We've got some cleanup to do. Yeah, but next episode, I think we'll get back to actually doing more farming a little bit. We may clean things up, put our steps in, make it look nice. We've got some building stuff to get to. And then if we've got some breathing room, we can go after that tech tree too. And the reason I'm thinking of doing more farms, believe it or not, is I want to get guards on all of these walls. And soon, we're going to want to open up these areas, right? Open up a path to the banner and basically do a mirror image of our front gate. And that's going to help distribute the zombies across multiple sides. And I think that's going to allow us to put the hurt on the zombie horde and keep them from getting in by just kind of spreading it out a little bit, the workload. This looks a little off. We could probably bring this over one more, but we'll do that. We'll try and perfect the next side. And then maybe we'll leave kind of messing with this till later. Like I could see shifting this over one, kind of boom, and having at least a spot where they could walk through potentially. Or basically, this one would probably have to be reworked quite a bit to match what we've got going on over here. And then I guess there's a question of where do you really want the open aisle for them to walk? So here, they walk in a line, no zigzags. They're right out in the open in front of these guards that are spaced even odd, even odd, even odd, or whatever. You know, we have the Merlons that are in the way. Whereas over here, you look, they walk in a straight line right next to the wall. And I think all of these guards have access, direct access to target these guys. And there's a whole bunch more guards on this little wall here than there are on this one. So it may make sense to make this edge maze more closely match this side. So we'll give that some thought. We'll need to kind of have a good idea of how we want to do that when we open up this other wall on this side of the castle. And I think we're definitely going to need to do that. And I may have to burrow out some stuff. I don't know if this is all ground level. Looks like I have to fill in some land or something here. We'll block this off. We'll get diggers to do a bunch of the work. We'll get the maze set up, and then we'll open up this side to the zombies to come in. It's in the safe zone, so no one, as long as we wall it off, no one should mess with us while we're building. But it's something we're going to have to do. But yeah, let's wrap it here. I'm babbling too much as it is. I hope you enjoy this content. I enjoy putting it together for you and having you here with me on Colony Survival. Such a cool game. Food's at 452. I keep looking at it. Anyway, that's it for now. Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much for watching. Thanks to everybody that's been giving the videos a thumbs up. That really helps my tiny channel grow. I appreciate that greatly. And I will see you in the next episode.